Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique, and I appreciate you joining me here on my YouTube channel. Every lunation cycle, you and I get together and discuss what is going on up in the heavens. Everything that is going on in the heavens affects us directly here on Earth. And it's an exciting time because we are ending 2021 and entering a new calendar year, 2022. Happy New Year to everyone. It's also an exciting time because we are coming into some really interesting energy as we enter into January of 2022. In this video, we're actually going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn because it actually is right at the start of the month, the start of the year on January 2nd. And then we're also going to talk about the month ahead. So I want you to take a look at the screen that was at the very beginning of this video. And I have outlined all the important dates in the astrology so that you can follow along and you can come back to this video throughout the month and be able to see how the energies are working out with you. And then we also have, like I said, we have that new moon that occurs on January 2nd. And then later on in the month, we will have the full moon in Cancer that occurs on January 17th. For each of you, I would like you to look at your sun, moon, and your rising signs to see how this information plays out for you. I invite you to listen to the very beginning of each video to make sure that you understand not only the astrology, but for each of you, you know, the tarot cards will speak to you differently depending on your sign, depending on what type of life changes you're going through. So I do invite you not to skip over this very beginning part. Okay, so let's get right into it. So we open up the month of January with a new moon, and it's actually a supermoon in Capricorn on January 2nd, 2022. It already sounds weird saying 2022. It's going to take me a few weeks to get used to that, but we have this new moon occurring here in Capricorn. So we have the sun and the moon sitting in Capricorn at 1:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is at 12 degrees and 19 minutes of Capricorn. Now, I want you to look back on Scorpio Soul Time in the playlist under probably astrology, or there might be one, the tarot and astrology playlist, to see all of the different lunation cycles that we've gone through, the new moon and full moon videos. If you look back at the, let's see, June 24th, when we had that full moon in Capricorn of 2021, that's going to give you a lot of insight into where you are closing up things, what illuminating topics came up and themes came up for you. Capricorn is an earth energy and represents your physical goals, your ambitions in the world, but also your responsibilities in your daily life. So at this time, this is a new moon, so you might be planting new seeds around your career, around your work, new goals. It is not a coincidence that Capricorn starts at the beginning of the year when we're all making New Year's resolutions. So this is a really good energy to figure out what it is that you want to start anew, and especially around anything in the physical world. Now, also at that new moon, we actually have 4 planets in Capricorn at this time. So it's really going to be a lot of rules, regulations. You're going to hear a lot of this, especially dealing with the pandemic, with the government, with rules and regulations, maybe around your workplace, around, and not just health. It could also deal with money. It can deal with like your tangible resources. And especially since Venus is also in retrograde at this time, don't be surprised if you're hearing more about health. You're hearing more about people trying to maybe regulate further than, you know, what you would like them to, whether it's at your job, it's in your community, it's your local government, it's your federal government. So don't be surprised if those themes continue throughout 2022, and especially in this January time. We also have Pluto and we have Venus, like I said, in Capricorn at this time. So we might have a lot of similar themes come up as when we were in January of 2021. For those of you who are in the US, remember that was when we were having, we're still trying to figure out who was going to be president. We still had all of that stuff going around with the vaccine, but we also had just like a lot of energy coming from that 2020 time. So don't be surprised if those same themes come up for you here in 2022. Also, on January 1st, I don't want to forget that the sun actually trines Uranus here. The sun up here in Capricorn will trine Uranus that is in Taurus. So another important insight at this time is Taurus and Scorpio are now the axis of the lunar nodes. So this is going to be really important as we move through 2022, because we have left the Gemini and Sagittarius axis and we are now into Taurus and Scorpio, which is also going to be around other people's money, your resources. So that's going to be a big theme over these next 18 months. I also pulled this Moonology card for the new moon in Capricorn, saying your hard work is paying off. And I think this is really important for each of us to figure out, where is it that our hard work in the past of 2021 was really helpful for us, but now as we move into this new year, what is it that we are ready to move forward on? What new seeds are we ready to plant, so that when we get to that full moon in Capricorn in June of 2022, we're able to look back and see what these last 6 months of seeds being planted, what has sprouted, what is, ready to harvest, etc. Okay, so like I said, check those dates on the very first screen of this video so you can see what all the lunation cycles are. All of the lunation cycles, but all of the important astrology dates. And I will see you back here with your sun, moon, and rising signs. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn and January month ahead reading. We're first going to pull a Moonology card, which is symbolizing the lunation cycles. And I think this is really important to do at the beginning of the year, because this will kind of be your theme. Oop, and you actually had 2 just fall out. So let's look at those. So your new moon in Aquarius, which is your own card, and I would invite you to look at Capricorn, because Capricorn just got this exact card. It is bring love into the situation, and what do you need to release? So these are going to be like your themes for 2022, is how can you possibly nurture yourself more, and also what is it that you need to leave back in 2021. Okay, so let's put those up here for the themes, and we're going to do the month ahead a little different here. What we're going to do is, since this is the beginning of the year, we're going to do a past, present, and future spread. But instead, what we're going to do is, for the past position, that's going to represent 2021. For the present position, that's going to represent where we are here in January with that new moon in Capricorn. And then the future will represent the rest of 2022 ahead. And I think this is really important to do at the beginning of the year, because it also helps you be able to kind of get your mind right and set good new intentions for the year ahead. So in the past for Aquarius, we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. In the present, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. And for the rest of 2022, we have the Ace of Cups. Really nice energy there. Okay, Aquarius, so let's take a look here. I think it's already very apparent that there's going to be a lot of positive emotional energy for you in 2022. The energy here is very calming and relaxing, especially with you getting that bring love into the situation, and then what do you need to release. I do sense that back in 2021 there are some seeds that you planted, possibly at work, possibly at your job, possibly in some type of project that you're kind of waiting for those seeds to sprout. That new moon in Capricorn definitely is an energy to plant new seeds, but this could be seeds that were planted back in the year and you're just waiting for them to fruition. So whether it's a job offer, maybe you've been looking for a job, maybe you're working on a project and you're just waiting to hear, you know, if the boss liked it or if the client liked it. If this is if you are an entrepreneur or you have your own business, this could be you just started a business in 2021 and you're trying to see if it's going to take off. I do feel like with the Page of Wands in reverse, there's some messages that are going to be coming through during this new moon in Capricorn time, but you might not get all the information at once since this is in reverse. Pages are usually some kind of young energy, so this could be hearing of news about this project that you started back in 2021, or like I said, a client that needs to get back to you on their opinion on a proposal you put in. So I would invite you to be very patient during this new moon in Capricorn, but I also want you to use that energy of making goals, making this, you know, a really good time to plant some seeds of intention of how you want this to go, so that you're not just waiting on an answer. You're still able to take some information and run with it, and possibly even start in a new direction than where you were at in 2021. Like I said, in the future, since you have this Ace of Cups, Aquarius, this is really positive energy for you as you go into this year. I think that it helps that you have this, you know, you came up in your own reading with the bring love into the situation. So I would say during this month of January and as you carry on this year, keep this emotional energy of like happiness and goodwill. Possibly if there's people around you that need some of that emotional help and energy, make sure and, you know, give it out to others as well. Don't keep it all for yourself. I think that this is a really nice energy, Aquarius, because I think that you've been able to release something from the past that you possibly was weighing you down around your job or some projects. And it really looks like the rest of 2022 is going to have some really positive energy for you. So I'm excited to see what that looks like for you, Aquarius. And like I said, look back at Capricorn's video as well, because they also got this new moon in Aquarius. So right around let's see, January 19th, when the sun moves into Aquarius, get ready for a lot of good emotional energy to come with you to last throughout the rest of the year. Okay, Aquarius, well, I hope you all have a great 2022.